Hey everybody, Edo here, and the good folks at Spielgeek sent me this Boards and Bits travel bag. And pretty cool, by the way, to get something other than a board game that's related to board games to like review. And you know, anyone wants to send me other such things for review, I can do it. But so this was sent along, and this is essentially a board game bag. What's interesting about this, and you know, it's a sturdy bag. The quality's nice, like impressive production for the bag. Get the belt out of here. But it's a really nice bag. One of the interesting things about this, which I think is highly relevant, is if you were to say be just putting board games in here straight up in a box, right? You know, you could probably fit 2 big board games, a big board game, some small ones. A number of pencil first games could fit in here and also in the front. And then it's sort of like a cool travel bag for board games. But actually, the premise here, and there's this divider that can be moved, is that you actually go and you get rid of your boxes and you put all your components in here. And if you do that, and just put your boards in the back and like baggies with the components in the front, you could fit like 20 games in here. It's an interesting premise, right? Like, for me, I actually like board games in their boxes and keep them that way. So it feels very unnatural for me to go in and like start separating it out to fit as much in. But perhaps if you're somebody who really is just about the game and not about the box and the presentation, you wouldn't mind doing that. And in that way, you just have all your games in your box, in your container, ready to go for game day. I've actually used this for just hanging out and seeing people, and it works well. But when I use it, I'm just putting 4 or 5 things in here, maybe some cards in the front, a small game in the front. It's not like I didn't dive into I'm going to empty out all my games and put them in the box thing. It's not how I think of games, and generally speaking, I don't bring around more than 4 or 5 games, right? Like, I'm not usually going to a convention. I go to conventions, but it's not like if I'm going to a date night or family gaming or something like that, I'll bring like the 3 games I'm pitching to play, or maybe I'll have a prototype that I'll put in, but again, I'm not going to break down 20 games and put it in. I think that's a big part of the pitch, and you should like make that decision up front. Other than that, quality is rock solid. It's super sturdy. I think, again, personally, little bug there. Personally, it's really subdued. I mean, it's black, right? And it's got the Meeple logo down here in the corner, but it's not like screaming board games. And I think that's fine, especially like if you were going to pack this and bring this on a trip and you wouldn't want somebody to steal from you. But I don't know, I sort of feel like if I were to make my own board game bag, I'd want to like it just to be decked out and over-the-top board games. This is just sort of like black bag, you know? But again, construction's fantastic. I mean, I haven't like done tests where I'm like throwing across the hallway or like using it thousands of times, but just generally having had lots of bags. These are really nice zippers. Everything seems sturdy. The material is not flimsy. So it meets all those demands. And I think really you just should up front be like, what do I think about taking 20 games out of their boxes and just keeping them in the bag without their boxes? And maybe storing their boxes. I don't know. I think that's the biggest thing you need to figure out. But again, I dig geek gear. Certainly welcome other geek gear from other folks. And, nice bottom here. But if you are looking for something like this, it's really sturdy and solid. So this is the Board and Bits Traveler. Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.